The next speaker to come up next tonight is the man I refer to as the extempo king. I don't care who say a blind man beat him. To me, he is still the extempo king. He's a Calypsonian, he's a politician, and he's the member of parliament for Mayaro. Let us put our hands together and bring our brother on, Winston Gypsy.
We oil pressure reading low. Shall we abandon ship, or shall we stay on it and perish slow? We don't know, we don't know. Captain, you tell me what to do. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. My colleagues on the head table and in the audience, all protocol observed in the interest of time. Let me first take the opportunity to congratulate our brother, Mr. Austin Jack Warner, who has been elected for the 7th time as CONCACAF president, and from a small island like ours, second in command in the FIFA. We congratulate you, sir. My brothers and sisters, I come before you this evening with a heavy heart. I come before you this evening with a heart full of love. Love for my country. Love for my people. And love for my party. My brothers and sisters, I never thought that I would have to be on a platform, occasion after occasion, having to say the things that must be said, and hearing the other speakers speak about the important things that must be said about our party. And as painful as it is true. My brothers and sisters, you see what? Today, we live in a country where we have plenty. We have a lot of money. But people are suffering more than ever. We have some people in this country, believe it or not, when they wake up in the morning, they don't know where the next meal is coming from in a rich country of ours. Not so long ago, my brothers and sisters, when the UNC governed this country, in 6 years, we spent $50 billion. And with that $50 billion, the people were happier. The people saw progress. Yeah. The people saw the light at the end of the tunnel. But today, in the same 6 years or thereabout, with $50 billion spent, we are living in the winter of our discontent. And I want to say to you that all the good times that we had in the UNC and all the good things that we did, it was indeed under the astute leadership of a man called Basdeo Pandey. We did well, and for that we are all grateful. I want to say to the media and to the people who are gathered here that all the people who are here this evening, we didn't bring them in from anywhere. We didn't import them from the PNM. This is UNC supporters. And as you heard before, some are founding members of the UNC. And what we have to ask ourselves is why they are here in such large numbers to a meeting like this. Today, my brothers and sisters, we are saddled under the yoke of a PNM led by Manning, whose ego has driven him to the point of political insanity. He sees himself bigger than he is, and he looks at everything through a magnifying glass. So he built big buildings, he built big house for himself, he wants big jet, he flies all over the place. But in the meantime, I represent Mayaro. We have no water. Some people get water once in every 2 weeks. The roads are in a dilapidated condition. My brothers and sisters, people are losing their jobs day by day. Every day you listen to the news, you hear them lay off 100, 200, 60, 70. We have a projection that by the end of the year, more than 75,000 people in Trinidad and Tobago would have lost their jobs. What that is going to do, my brothers and sisters, is create more hardship in our rich country. And all we get from the People's National Movement under Patrick Manning is promises, promises, and more promises. Promise to build an oncology center, promise to expand the hospital, promise to build a new hospital. None of those things are forthcoming. Promise to give the Caroni workers the land. None of those things are forthcoming, my brothers and sisters. But in the meantime, the alternative government and the legally elected opposition in this country, we are virtually useless to do anything about all your sufferings. And why we can't do anything about your sufferings? Everybody come up here and they talk about change. I am going to cut the chase. And I am going to tell you that we are suffering in this country, and the UNC do not stand a chance of getting into government because Mr. Pandey has embedded himself in the UNC, claiming it to be his party, and would not allow it to breed. And he is surrounded by a set of yes men and cronies who know that what the people are saying, they hear your cries, but they only think about themselves. Like my brother said earlier, some of them depend on Mr. Pandey for their very livelihood, and they believe that if they tell him what is truth, they wouldn't get to run for office again. Well, let me say to you this evening, I don't have to run for any office. I don't want to run for any office. And I want to say to Mr. Pandey that the UNC is not his. Mr. Pandey talk about how he struggled for the UNC. My brothers and sisters, let me say to you.